Hello, I'm Myanmar. I'm Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today, where we take a look at what's happening in Myanmar. Here are the reports from our reporters. I got you on a reception marking the assumption of office for recently accredited Chinese ambassador to Myanmar. A report on B-Phone, premium smartphone brand from Vietnam, enters Myanmar to offer a limitless experience. Before we get to the reports, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. Union Minister Dr. Win Myat-ae received British Ambassador to Myanmar Daniel Patrick Chak at his ministry in Naypyidaw on Thursday. During the meeting, the officials made discussions on implementation of advice on Rakhine issue, shutting down of IDP camps, social harmony and development in Rakhine State, ASEAN's collaboration in repatriation of the displaced people, development of women, preventing and countering sexual violence committed against women and children, development of the disabled, rehabilitation of addicts, social management and development of human resource. Officials from the Disaster Management Department under the Ministry of Social Welfare Relief and Resettlement distributed monetary assistance to people at 13 relief camps in some wards of Mrak U Town, Rakhine State on Wednesday. Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Department, Don Nam Mo Nwe, and staff dispersed monetary assistance for 3,443 people from 919 households who are currently taking shelter in 13 camps. After handing the 2-week monetary assistance to persons in charge of the relief camps, the officials toured the camps and spoke words of encouragement to the people. Managing Director of Yangon Region Transport Authority said all drivers employed with YBS bus lines will be given smart cards this month. The Transport Authority has said it will give first priority to drivers with large companies, followed by medium-sized companies when issuing smart cards. Once drivers from the large and medium companies are covered, the drivers from the remaining bus lines will be given smart cards, according to the YRTA. According to the Transport Authority, it is currently dealing with 1,012 cases involving driver indiscipline. In addition, there were 13 accidents involving buses that left 4 people dead and 22 injured. That's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today, and I believe it's time now for our first report. A reception marking the assumption of office for recently accredited Chinese ambassador to Myanmar took place in Naypyidaw on Wednesday. Ministers, responsible persons from various departments and sectors attended the reception. Agajo has the story.
Reception marking the assumption of office for recently accredited Chinese ambassador to Myanmar, Mr. Chen Hai, took place at Horizontal Lakeview Resort in Naypyidaw on Wednesday. Ministers from various ministries attended and extended congratulations and meet and greet with the ambassador. Ambassador Mr. Chen Hai expressed his expectation on the bilateral tie between Myanmar and China.
但是我已经从抵达仰光的第一天，我就能感受到中缅之间浓浓的胞勃情谊。明年我们就要迎来中缅建交70周年。我感觉缅甸现在是一块发展的热土，也是一块合作的热土。两国领导人就发展两国全面战略合作伙伴关系。 推动各领域的交流合作，达成了一系列的重要的共识。我的任务就是率领我们使馆的团队，同缅方的各个部门、各个方向，来共同的加强沟通、协调与合作，进一步的落实好两国领导人的共识，推动两国各个方面的交流，深化。
Even in 1 month of my tenure as ambassador to Myanmar, there has been effort to promote the bilateral friendship between Myanmar and China. Moreover, there will also be more of future cooperation. Country leaders of both ends have reached many bilateral agreements. In my tenure as ambassador, I am responsible for implementing the agreement we have discussed and also responsible to work for the Belt and Road Initiative, as well as improvements in education, culture, and health. Next year marks the 70th anniversary of Myanmar-China friendship, and we're dedicated towards strengthening the cooperation further. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the People's Republic of China to the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, Mr. Chen Hai is the 19th ambassador to Myanmar. He started serving for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of China since 1995 and possesses impressive international experience. Among the ministers present at the reception, Wu Jiaojin, Union Minister for International Cooperation, expressed his perspective on the bilateral cooperation.
နိုင်ငံတကာဆက်ဆံရေးတာဝန်ယူနေရတဲ့ဝန်ကြီးတယောက်အနေနဲ့သူ့ကိုကြိုးစွန်းတဲ့စကားပြောခဲ့ပါတယ်အဓိကကတော့လက်ရှိဒီစကားပြောတဲ့အထက်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံနဲ့တရုတ်ပြည်သူတို့နိုင်ငံတို့ဟာကျွန်တော်တို့ဆက်ဆံရေးအကောင်းဆုံးအရှင်းဒီအနေအထားမှာရောက်ရှိနေပါတယ်ဒီအနေအထားနဲ့ပြီးတော့ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်ရေး
Today, I extended welcome to the ambassador, and the bilateral friendship between Myanmar and China for now is at its peak. China plays a crucial role in Myanmar's investment, economic, and peace process. I extend good wish for the ambassador that he will be able to endeavor significantly for the bilateral tie during his tenure in Myanmar. Located in the west of the Indochina Peninsula, Myanmar is linked with China by common mountains and rivers, sharing a border of more than 2,100 kilometers. Since the establishment of the diplomatic ties, the bilateral relationship between China and Myanmar has developed steadily, as is witnessed by fruitful exchanges and cooperations in all areas. Under the new historical circumstances, the two countries established a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership in June 2011, which opened a new chapter for the bilateral relationship. Among the attendees from various departments, Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Investment and Foreign Economic Relations, Wu Aonai-U said.
တရုတ်နိုင်ငံမြန်မာနိုင်ငံအတွက်အရေးကြီးတဲ့ယင်းနှိမ့်နှံမှုတွေအများကြီးလုပ်နေတဲ့နိုင်ငံတွေလည်းဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ဒါမှမဟုတ်တန်တမာကြီးသစ်ကလည်းဒီသူ့ရဲ့မိန့်ခွန်းမှာလည်းသူပေးတဲ့ speech မှာလည်းဒါနိုင်ငံပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်မှုမြင့်တင်ပဲ။နိုင်ငံစီးပွားရေးပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်မှုလည်းပိုအားကောင်းလုပ်မယ်လို့ပြောတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မို့လို့ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့အတွက် There
are a great number of joint projects between Myanmar and China, and China is an important investor for Myanmar. The ambassador mentioned in his speech that the joint efforts for economic development and for the other sectors will be strengthened, and we genuinely welcome that. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on the reception marking the assumption of office for recently accredited Chinese ambassador to Myanmar. We'll be taking a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in 3 major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, considerable cloudiness, a heavy morning shower, then a couple of thunderstorms around. The daily outlook is around 29 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 33 degrees Celsius. There's a 68% chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, dull and dreary, a thunderstorm this afternoon. The daily outlook is around 27 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 32 degrees Celsius. 64% chance of rain for the day. In Mandalay, a little more morning rain, otherwise considerable cloudiness. The daily outlook is around 34 degrees Celsius high, but it feels like 38 degrees Celsius. 59% chance of rain for the day. Before we move on to the stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. BCAF, a leading technology corporation in Vietnam, has brought its latest premium smartphone brand, B-Phone, to Myanmar, and the launch event was held on Thursday at Melia Hotel. As a leading corporation with business units in cybersecurity, software, smartphones, and smart home, BCAF has integrated all of its expertise and innovations in these latest smartphone products to offer users with limitless experience. David Tanner has the story.
Smartphones are a class of mobile phones and of multi-purpose mobile computing devices. They are distinguished from feature phones by their stronger hardware capabilities and extensive mobile operating systems such as Android or iOS, which facilitate wider software internet including web browser over mobile broadband and multimedia functionality including music, video cameras and gaming, alongside core phone functions such as voice calls and text messaging. With that being said, let's also hear out from Lee Kwon Hip, General Director of BKV Myanmar.
This is a good event. It's time for introduce the best smartphone from Vietnam, iPhone 3, to Myanmar consumer. Before bringing iPhone to Myanmar, we had spent about 6 months to study the market. And I see that the Myanmar market grow very fast, and especially in the mobile market. iPhone 3 is the best smartphone in Vietnam, so that's why we bring iPhone 3 to Myanmar, and also we bring the best services from Vietnam to provide for consumers.
What is BKV in Vietnam? Let's find out.
BKV is established in 1995. BKV is a leading technology corporation in Vietnam, specialized in the cyber security, software, smartphone manufacturing, and smart electronic devices. iPhone 3 is a high-end smartphone. Your country grows very fast, and the people love technology so much, like Vietnamese. So the high-end technology product we welcome in Myanmar, definitely.
General knowledge time. Smartphones typically include various sensors that can be leveraged by their software, such as the magnetometer, proximeter, sensors, barometer, gyroscope, and accelerometer, and support wireless communications protocols such as Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and satellite navigation. From there, let's also hear out for how B-phone has been manufactured, start from small hardware components to the software.
On the design to manufacture in Vietnam, in the Hanoi, capital of Vietnam, iPhone 3 is the high-end component from the USA, Korea, Europe, and the quality hardware quality is very good. Besides that, BKV also provide the software BKV operating system with phone catcher system. I think the very good quality, good feature, good function of flagship, but price is a half compared to others.
Improved hardware and faster wireless communication due to the standards such as LTE have bolstered the growth of the smartphone industry. In the third quarter of 2012, 1 billion smartphones were in the use of worldwide. Global smartphone sales surpassed the sales figures for feature phones in early 2013. As the smartphone trend started to ascend quickly, what does B-phone stand for the sense of uniqueness in Myanmar's market?
You can see iPhone 3 have the very good quality camera. BKV is the first company deploy the AI to the camera before Apple, before other smartphone maker. So with camera is very good one. Second is the waterproof function. It's from flagship smartphone, but also have been iPhone 3. Special one you mentioned is a security feature. So this is advantage of our company, BKV. iPhone 3, no virus, no spam SMS, especially in the anti-theft function. When you lose the phone, so you have many opportunity to find out.
Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the report. Reporter David Tanner signing out for now. And you guys have a good day.
That's a report on B-phone, premium smartphone brand from Vietnam, entered entering Myanmar to offer a limitless experience. All right, let's now check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,506 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 219 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,699 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,895 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,110 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 364 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,418. Silver is at $15, and Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,000, MTSH is at 3,350, MCB is at 7,700, FEB is at 23,500, TMH is at 2,850. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. Great music, great shows, keeping you entertained. And if you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices so MI Radio is with you wherever you go. Let's shift our attention to G20 Summit now. We start in Beijing, where China's foreign ministry held a press conference on President Xi Jinping's visit to Japan for the 14th G20 summit. The gathering convened in Japan's second-largest city, Osaka, last weekend. It's President Xi Jinping's first trip to Japan since taking office in 2013. The Chinese leader met with the U.S. President Donald Trump at the sidelines of the summit. Our correspondent CGTN's Zhou Yun has the story.
Strong supporter of multilateralism and a firm believer in free trade. That's the image China wants to show to the world at this week's G20 summit in Osaka. Assistant Foreign Minister Zhang Jun said Monday the President Xi's schedule in Japan will be a full one, including plenary sessions, multiple bilateral meetings, informal meetings with several countries and groups, and joint discussions on global development issues like the world economy and climate change. Zhang called the G20 a key platform for global policy coordination and said China hopes to contribute to a fruitful summit. He also called on other countries to uphold multilateralism and seek common solutions that rise above short-term interests.
China will work with all parties to firmly uphold multilateralism. The international community has fully recognized the repercussions of unilateralism, protectionism, and bullying practices. We have sent a strong message together to support multilateralism and to oppose protectionism. Under the current situation, the G20 summit should broadly uphold multilateralism, maintain international order based on international law, and safeguard international fairness and justice.
Hotly anticipated is an expected encounter between Chinese President Xi Jinping and his U.S. counterpart Donald Trump at the summit's sidelines. The meeting is seen as key in solving the country's trade dispute. Senior Chinese officials say working teams from both countries are in communication on the possible solutions to their existing differences. And for Beijing, respect and mutual benefit are pivotal to the trade dialogue. China believes that both countries should stick to the WTO rules and that compromises should be made on both sides.
President Xi Jinping spoke to President Trump on June the 18th. The two leaders agreed to continue to communicate on the economic and trade differences between the two sides. Currently, the trade negotiation team of the two countries are implementing the important consensus of the two heads of state. As for China, we stick to the principles of mutual respect, equality, and mutual benefit. Mutual respect means respect for each other's sovereignty. The agreements should be beneficial to both sides, and each side needs to make compromises and concessions.
In the recent couple of years, the rising protectionism and unilateralism has brought both uncertainties and risks to the world economy. And now the senior Chinese officials hopes that G20 member countries could be conscientious of holding multilateralism in order to bring new vitality and momentum to the global economic growth. So, CGTN, Beijing.
That's Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Japan for the 14th G20 summit. Well, that's all the reports we have for today. Now let's explore a little more around the world to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening in the world. A floating mass of seaweed stretching from West Africa to the Gulf of Mexico is now the biggest seaweed bloom in the world, according to satellite observations. U.S. scientists say the algal explosion in the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea could signify a new normal. Deforestation and fertilizer use are among the factors thought to be driving the growth. The seaweed has inundated beaches, causing an environmental nuisance. As of June 2018, the Great Atlantic Sargassum Belt, as scientists call it, extended 8,850 kilometers and was made up of over 20 million tons of biomass. Researchers say an area the size of the US is available for planting trees around the world, and this could have a dramatic impact on climate change. The study shows that the space available for trees is far greater than previously thought and would reduce CO2 in the atmosphere by 25. And the authors say that this is the most effective climate change solution available to the world right now. But other researchers say the new study is, quote-unquote, too good to be true. The ability of trees to soak up carbon dioxide has long made them a valuable weapon in the fight against rising temperatures. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, said that if the world wanted to limit the rise to 1.5 degrees centigrade by 2050, an extra 1 billion hectares of trees would be needed. The problem has been that accurate estimates of just how many trees the world can support have been hard to come by. This new report aims to show not just how many trees can be grown, but where they could be planted and how much of an impact they would have on carbon emissions. If what they say is true, that there is an area the size of the US available for planting trees around the world, then that's good news for all of us. Let's just hope we all can do something very effective to reduce carbon footprint on Earth. That's all we have for now on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin. We'll be right back next week. Have a great day.